The fuck's that noise? Huh. It's coming from my toilet for some reason. Oh shit! It's a DragonBall. You know what? I think this gives me an idea. Nimbus! Huh, looks like I can see Tien and Yamcha over there. Let's have a look, see what they're doing. Hey guys! Heard you guys got a couple of Dragon Balls for me? Nice! Nice! Hey, how about a little quick sparring match before I go? See how strong you guys are gotten. Whew. You guys are getting really stronger. Keep practicing. Oh shit. Anyways, see yous. Huh. Feels like see a Dragon Ball under there. Ah! Ugh. Nice, another one. Hold up. I can smell food. Yes! Hey, Chi-Chi! I see you got loads of food ready for me. It's gonna be great. Ooh, muffin! Rice muffin! Ah, nice! Fucking another Dragon Ball! Hell yeah! Thanks, Chi-Chi! Oh shit! Hello there, Jack. I got a Dragon Ball you're looking for. Huh. Wow! Thanks, Superman! Hey, I heard you're really strong. Why don't you test that strength for me? Sure. You're too slow! Take this, bitch! Boom! Thank you, Oolong.
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
Alright, well, after spending ages trying to collect those Dragon Balls, guess it's finally paid off. Alright, time to summon this fucking big old lizard. Oh, eternal Shenron! Come forth, or I summon thee!
I am the eternal dragon. State your wish, I shall grant it that's within my power,
Huh. It actually worked. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Hey yo! Big scarf boy! Bigger green! Give me something that I can actually review for once. It's been too long for me to actually do anything. So how about we give it a shot?
A trivial matter indeed. Something is very there. It is done.
Oh shit! Well, I guess that fucking wish went very successful. Well, guess we're gonna be talking about some more Dragon Ball.
is your path to be. We're all here just for all the fun. Now you're jamming, jamming hard, yeah. Hype it up all once again. Hype it up. Now you're jamming, jamming hard, yeah. Hype it up all once again. Hype it up.
So, obviously we talked about Dragon Ball Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and now we're going to start getting into the super category. So we're going into Dragon Ball Super Broly. Dragon Ball Super Broly, or Dragon Ball Super Broly, is a 2018 Japanese animated martial arts fantasy adventure film written by Akira Toriyama, known for Dragon Ball, Dr. Slump, Sandland, and Blue Dragon, and is also directed by Tatsuya Nagamine, also known for One Piece film Z, Dr. Slump, Dr. Mashirito, and Ebale-chan, Powerpuff Girls Z, and Digimon Saver's Ultimate Power Activate Burst Mode. It is the 20th film in the Dragon Ball franchise overall, but is also the third movie to be considered canon, right with Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. It is also the first one to use Super in its title. The film then serves as also a canonical reimagining of the character of Broly, who has appeared in previous Dragon Ball Z movies, including Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan in 1993, Broly's Second Coming in 1994, and Bio Broly in also 1994. With this film bringing him into the main continuity, officially making his character canon. The film was released in Japan on December 14th, 2018 by Toei Animation, known for DBZ, One Piece, Sailor Moon, Slam Dunk, and Saint Seiya. And also distributed by 20th Century Fox Japan, it was well received by critics, especially for its animation, fight scenes, and art style, and was a box office success, grossing over 18.690 billion yen, or $124 million, or 95.717 million pounds worldwide, making it the highest grossing Dragon Ball film ever in the franchise. It also became the highest grossing film of 2018, and the third highest grossing anime film in the United States and Canada, and the 12th highest grossing anime film of all time. It was also the final Dragon Ball film co-distributed by 20th Century Fox, following the acquisition of 21st Century Fox by Disney in March 20th, 2019. So we got the overall synopsis of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Set after the events of the Tournament of Power, or episode 131 of the Dragon Ball Super anime, or chapter 42 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, the plot follows Goku and Vegeta as they encounter the powerful Broly. The film also chronicles the history of the Saiyans and the background of the story of these three Saiyans, with different destinies connected to the turbulent period of their race. So without further ado, there will be major spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, find somewhere to watch it. Go on Crunchyroll or Amazon or whatever place to rent it, or watch it for free, or buy the Blu-ray or whatever. Or carry on watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notifications bell so you guys won't be out of date on anything that I upload to the channel. So let's get straight into it! So the movie begins on planet Vegeta, roughly 40-ish years in the past, where we get to see our favourite racist Frieza and his dad King Cold, who arrived to give a big announcement. King Cold announces that he's immediately retiring, leaving Frieza in charge, because Cooler obviously isn't canon, so yeah, unfortunately this can go only one way or the other. Frieza then turns around and goes, "Hello, monkeys! I am your new ruler, and I have some scouters for you, and I hope that this will be a very long-term employment." King Vegeta is then obviously shitting himself about this, and observes all the lower class warriors and the elite class warriors, including his own son, Baby Vegeta. Obviously this isn't Baby Vegeta from Dragon Ball GT, but obviously you guys get the gist. He also then comes across a mystery child, being Broly, the son of another Saiyan called Colonel Paragus. The scientists examine Broly's latent ability, but then the little shit starts crying and through his sheer fucking will breaks the scouter. Then they try and grab another to see his power level, only with it resulting in a lower power level. King Vegeta sees how this could potentially be a very fucking big issue, and summons Paragus to the castle. And he turns around and goes, Well, I've thought about executing it, but instead I thought it would be much better to exile the infant to a desolate planet, where he wouldn't be a threat to anyone because it'll be obvious that he won't be able to control his own power. Paragus obviously doesn't take it so lightly, so he steals a ship along with an innocent bystander Saiyan to track down Broly's pod. Once Paragus and the unnamed Saiyan make it, they find out that Broly is alive and well, and Paragus decides to swear revenge against King Vegeta, while we get to see Bardock arrive back on planet Vegeta and tries to wonder why Frieza wanted to get all the Saiyans back onto their home planet. We also get to see his wife Gine, who tells him that Raditz has finally joined the military with Prince Vegeta, while Kakarot is still in the nursing capsule. Bardock then reckons that Frieza might try and wipe out all the Saiyans because he's worried about the quote-unquote Super Saiyan legend. We also get a brief mention of the Super Saiyan God too as well, which is a nice little touch, considering how far we've come into the Dragon Ball series thus far. So Bardock says that he's going to go and steal a pod and send Kakarot to Earth, just in case he's wrong. If he's wrong about Frieza, he'll go over to the planet and rescue him and get him back. Obviously, we Dragon Ball fans know that Frieza completely fucking glasses the planet of monkeys, but we also know that a small handful of them survive. We also get to see Nappa with hair which doesn't exactly seem right, like especially to me, along with kid versions of Raditz and Vegeta, which, funny enough, remind me a lot from, well, just from their design alone, reminds me a lot of Rex and Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! So Vegeta mentions his brother Tarball, so it's actually good that we still get a nice little mention that he's in canon, which is a neat little touch, considering the fact we don't actually see him throughout all of Dragon Ball Super, or in any other Dragon Ball material apart from a small, like, few specials here and there. And Raditz says that he couldn't give a fuck whether or not Kakarot lived or died, so... Anyway, we get a really cool transition seeing how Kakarot became Goku over the years, and we get to see in the modern day that him and Vegeta are training, and apparently not much time has passed since the Tournament of Power, so Goku wants to get stronger after fighting the beings from the multiverse. Somewhere else in space, we also get to meet Lemo and Chi-Lai, who are on a scouting mission to find more employees for the Frieza Force. They land on planet Vampa, where they meet Broly and Paragus, and it's pretty obviously that Chi-Lai wants Broly because she's clearly into the barbarian types of men. We also learn that Paragus controls Broly with a shock collar, and the pelt on Broly's waist is actually the ear of his best friend, well, the very first friend he ever made, a big animal called Bar. So basically, Broly has a very innocent backstory, and that he gets treated like a weapon made by his dad to be used for revenge. Meanwhile, we find out that some of Frieza's soldiers broke into Bulma's lab and stole 6 of the Dragon Balls, so Bulma and the others have to find the 7th one before the soldiers do. We learn that Bulma was originally going to use the Dragon Balls to make herself look 5 years younger, and Whis does make a very good point, like why can't she just make it an even decade? But we also learn that Frieza was going to use them to increase his height by exactly 5 centimeters. And to be fair, we have seen the Dragon Ball used for way more petty things in the past, like melting ice or having Oolong wish for a pair of Bulma's underwear in the series. Trust me, this is all fucking true. Even we Dragon Ball fans tend to forget some things in the main canon sometimes. Anyway, everyone finally gets to meet up, and Broly immediately starts to run the ones against Vegeta. Jeets then starts holding his punches and then bursts into Super Saiyan. Then Broly starts adapting to the fight. Paragus can't believe that the quote-unquote legend is real, and Frieza is a little bit disappointed that Broly can't transform. Then Vegeta turns around and goes, "Fuck this," and then becomes a Super Saiyan God, and throws hands even harder, and him and Broly start throwing each other through fucking mountains and shit. Vegeta then has enough, so Goku then joins the fight. The fight starts off with a clean POV from Broly yeeting Goku through mountain after mountain. The Goku goes Super Saiyan. Clearly it's not enough, so he's also goes Super Saiyan God, and he manages to hold Broly back a little bit, and he's like, "Hey yo, we don't have to fight because people tell you to. I know deep down you're just a very chill guy." Broly then starts fighting on par with God Goku, resulting in Goku turning Super Saiyan Blue, and not only that, Frieza has an amazing idea to put Broly through the same trauma that he did with Goku back on planet Namek by killing Paragus, and giving a very Oscar-worthy performance that we're going to see right here.
Broly, look! It's such a tragedy! Do you hear this? It's your father! He was killed by a stray energy blast!
Broly then sees this and loses his cool, turning into his variation of Super Saiyan, and is actually pushing Goku back, causing Vegeta to join the fight, making it 2 against 1, and pulling off the perfect combination of a Kamehameha and a Gallic Gun. This resulted in the 2 Saiyans struggling to take down Broly, so they end up putting the heat-seeking behemoth on to fight Frieza instead, whilst Goku and Vegeta instant transmission over to Piccolo, who has actually been watching this fight the whole time. So Goku and Vegeta have to learn the fusion dance because they don't actually have access to the Batara earrings for quite some time since the Goku Black arc. After a few failed attempts, we finally get to see Gogeta, so the Fuse Saiyan goes back into the fight, and we see Golden Frieza getting thrown around like a little toy. The best fight ever fucking happens with Gogeta also having his own theme. The 2 Saiyans then have a major throwdown, causing loads of shit to happen. Then Chilai and Lemo use the Dragon Balls to transport Broly back to Vampa, where he can live in peace and calm the fuck down. Frieza then tries to stop Chilai and Lemo from escaping, but Gogeta is like, nah, you can't do that here. Everyone then goes their separate ways. Frieza wipes out an entire planet to take his anger out on something, because, to be fair, I'd probably end up doing the same if I had his power. And Goku finds Broly on planet Vampa and says that he'll keep bringing food and supplies to Chilai, Lemo and Broly as long as they let Goku train him a little bit every now and then. And that's how it ends. So we're then going to go talking into the characters. There's only a small handful of characters I would say that's actually worth talking about in Dragon Ball Super Broly. So we're just going to go straight into it. So we're going to start off with Goku, voiced by Masako Nozawa in the sub version and by Sean Schemmel in the dub. What is there to actually say about Goku that I haven't already said in my previous videos before? How much, like, everyone knows Goku, everyone loves Goku. Like, it's always great to see our favourite monkey come back kicking more ass than ever, especially in this movie where he fights at his peak, despite the fact he's been holding back the entire movie. Then we got Vegeta, voiced by Ryo Horikawa in the sub version and by Chris Sabat in the dub. Our short king is always welcome to bless us with his presence, especially when in this movie we see for the first time him turning Super Saiyan God, and it looks absolutely clean as fuck. Next, we got Frieza, voiced by Ryosei Nako in the sub version and by Christopher Aris in the dub. Our favourite little racist is back and is more petty than ever, and we wouldn't want it any other way because, let's be honest, you would love it if Frieza called you a filthy monkey to your face. And so would I. Then we got the new characters in the movie that we're going to talk about. Broly, voiced by Bin Shimada in the sub version and by Vic Mignola in the dub. This is interesting because you would think that they would actually have a different voice actor for Broly in the dub. However, they actually decided to stick with the dub voice actor for Edward Elric himself to return as Broly like he did in the original DBZ movies. However, this was actually his last the last performance of Vic as Broly, because due to some certain allegations that happened, he was then later replaced with Johnny Young Bosch, who does also a quite decent job in future appearances as Broly. Then we got Paragus, voiced by Kitoshia Hoki in the sub version and by Damon Clark in the dub. He's just a bastard of a character and is definitely up there with some of the worst dads in anime. And this is even an anime where the joke amongst fans is that the main character himself is even a bad dad. Then we got Chilai, voiced by Katsushia Hoki in the sub version. No, already done them. Nana Mizuki in the sub version and Erika Lindbeck in the dub version. The moment we saw this character, we all knew that this was all Rule 34 bait just waiting to happen. Especially in the next movie, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Then we got Lemo, voiced by Tomozaku Sugita in the sub version and by Bruce Carey in the dub version. My orange little dude is just there for vibes and is pretty much the speedwagon of the movie, so what more could I say? So, my overall verdict of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Although not as perfect as Battle of Gods, I still feel like Dragon Ball Super Broly is still an absolutely goated movie, and you should definitely check it out, especially if you enjoyed watching guys throw each other around for nearly 2 hours. And also if you're a Dragon Ball fan, if you just want to watch a nice long fight scene, definitely give it a shot. And also if you just want some simplistic storytelling, definitely go for it. well, that was my quick look into Dragon Ball Super Broly. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys will be notified on everything that I upload onto the channel. Also, don't forget to go down in the description down below where you guys can find my Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and my TikTok page and the Facebook page as well, where you guys can also suggest videos to me and see other stuff that I upload. If you guys miss my Twitch streams, do not worry, because I upload them onto the Twitch the next day. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you all lovely lads and ladies in the next one.